Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Oh my god, you're so quick. Hello. A little bit nervous about this one tonight. Hey, guys. Hi, everybody. Hello. What's the story? As we say here in Ireland. Okay. Without a technical hitch tonight, I feel it. Oh, hey, Siggy. How you doing? I can feel the angels or devils of technology are with me. So, are you all ready? Are you ready for this? I'm now going to invite the legend that is David Jenkins to join our little chat. Okay. If you're watching, I just invited you. You should see a little invite at the bottom of your screen. Oh my god, it worked first time.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
I didn't know you guys were there.
Yeah, we're always here.
Just chilling out. Casually.
Yeah, we can't be sideways. We can't be sideways. It may be comfortable, but you're sideways, and it's just unacceptable.
It's weird. It's too weird.
Yeah.
The format change. Okay, I get it.
How are you?
I'm okay, man. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. I can't believe I've been doing this now for 2.5 months.
I love it. I love that.
I have aged considerably. That's right. No,
Awesome.
so
That's how
people
this
do
seems to
so
be the theme
good.
with the show.
You know what these people are like? They're so amazing, and it's been incredible. Father, people are calling you father. We've never had so many questions. I have so many questions for you.
Wow, fantastic. Everyone's sweet. Father freaks me out. It's also makes me feel really bubbly inside and warm.
This is not the David that I know, but okay.
I have to put on my game face, man. We're making this thing. It's a hard show to make. It's a surprisingly hard show to make for a goofy fucking pirate show. It's evolved. It's evolved.
Yeah, I've seen it firsthand, but that was a great episode. That was a great episode. I thought the first time I saw it as well.
I'm really happy with how it came out.
Yeah, I actually teared up at one point.
Good.
Yeah. Well, I thought that's a good reaction. That was the bit where he says to Mary, like Ed, and it's a he, and I was like,
I cried like a baby. The first time I saw the assembly of that, Hilda Rassela, our lead editor, cut that episode, and seeing that, because I wrote it, and in your head, you know it's like going to be a montagey thing, and then it's going to intercut with all these images, and then when you're shooting it on set, you're dialing in all the performances and everything, but you still don't know if you got it.
Yeah.
And then to see it cut together, and to see, I think Hilda picked that music that plays behind it, and it is amazing when you see an edit of something and it just touches you and it surprises you even though you wrote it. It's one of the best feelings.
Yeah, well, that's amazing. That's a really good scene. Well, let's launch into these questions here because otherwise we're going to be here till Christmas.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Some of the names are questionable, but I love it. This is from Watery Chili.
Sure.
Who came up with topically, who came up with the idea to use the chain at the end of episode 8 and why that song?
That was me. And I knew very early on when we were writing that episode, sometimes when we're writing an episode, I'll hear music and come out of the writer's room and just hear a song at the right time. And that was a song I heard at the right time. when writing the end of that episode, and Ed coming back to Steed, and just us in the writer's room talking about how it would work. And I think I heard that song that evening, and I love it because it sounds like a little bit like a Western at the opening of it, which is fantastic. Yeah. The lyrics are on point. It just seemed perfect. Like hearing it after just working on the scene, it just clicked, and it was like, oh yeah, those things belong together. So that was the first piece of music that I had cleared, which is what we have to do to get a song. And I asked them, you know, how much is it going to be? Because Fleetwood Mac is not cheap. But I made sure we had that carved out in the budget early.
Yeah, I mean, it was important. That was amazing. A good choice. I mean,
thanks, man.
Those, I think Alex and Alyssa, they would give musical choices as well sometimes, wouldn't it? Not always used, but I think everyone was quite vocal about what music they wanted in, because I know I was having ideas even by the end of it. Well,
there's a lot of pitches. Ultimately, it's my choice.
Okay.
It's nice though. I mean, there are times though when somebody throws in a track that's amazing. Like in the third episode ends with this Beach Boy track that Daniel Haworth, our editor, picked, and it never would have occurred to me to use that. And then sometimes you see it and it's like, oh, great, because they'll put in something that's like temp that they like for the edit. So when that happens, it's lovely. But we also have a fantastic music supervisor. I mean, she's incredible.
Yeah, I have spoken to other podcasts about how you would have your boombox carrying around with you, and you have a surprisingly diverse, as a musician, you have a surprisingly diverse taste in music. Like most of the stuff I've never heard. It's
the algorithm. It's the algorithm. It makes you look really cool.
Don't say that. Oh
if you get like you get into a cool thing, and it's like,
your really like this. Just falling away.
Yeah. you get into like, I like this Ethiopian jazz musician, and then the fact that you can just go like on radio and then it spits all these things at you is incredible. And then a lot of times, like a lot of music in the second season, I'll hear stuff just letting it play when I'm not at work, and then it's interesting because the boombox, you can play it to set the mood on set for the scene, and sometimes, a lot of times, play the track that's going to end up in the actual scene. And it dials the crew in, dials the actors in to what the tone of the scene is going to be. And then just as like a fan, I was like, oh, I get to have a pirate ship and we get to like play pirates and then be like wildly melodramatic. It's just cool to have music on set. It's just fun.
Yeah, it really helps, actually. So this is from Fraxinus.
Yeah.
There's him. David,
Fraxinus.
These are all for you, but they're done for me. So I'm really happy with that. David, what character changed the most from concept to final edit, and what influenced that development?
Oh, that's hard to say. I think the biggest, I'm not going to totally answer this question because I don't know the answer to that. I will say that we write these characters in the first season in the abstracts because I don't even know who Steed was going to be. I thought maybe like Steve Coogan could be a good Steed, or like you could build a version of this show with like Zach Galifianakis. Be a very different show if you do it. You know, there are any number of people, but across the entire cast, we're writing these characters in the room not knowing who's going to play them. Yeah. And then we basically cast halfway through writing these scripts. Maybe we'd finished the fourth episode. And then when you actually cast the actors, then just a light bulb goes off. Like you see an actor like you, and you can get 40 different ideas come from seeing you in that part. And it's just reinvigorating. It's like you're in the middle of a marathon and you get like a second wind because you know who the person is. It's just exciting.
Yeah, it's Hollywood. Live. We're live, folks.
We're live, guys. You just saw me get a UPS package.
Well, that was good. That was a good answer. From our flag, I like this name. Our flag means Jeff. Um,
I love that. That's
yeah.
fantastic.
And this is a very popular question, and I want to know this too. David, what, in your opinion, is the worst thing about cats?
The worst thing about cats?
The worst thing.
They're terrorists. They destroy everything.
Yeah.
I don't think they even know why they're doing it. Besides that, it's fun.
That's the worst kind. Terror.
It's fun for them.
It is fun. Yeah.
I'm telling you. A dog, if a dog destroys something, he'll be upset. He'll be.
No,
he'll
and
be-
actually, you know, I read a scientific interview recently. This is gonna blow your world. Apparently, dogs don't have feelings of remorse, and they're only sorry that you find them. You find it out.
I believe that.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
And that's why they're just like people.
That's true.
I feel like cats, though, there's not even a flicker behind the eyes of
Yeah.
them.
No, I'm not a cat fan either, guys. I don't know I'm going to get no here for this, but I'm not a cat fan. But I have a good reason. I'm allergic, horribly, horribly allergic.
I actually love kitty cats. I think they're adorable, and I think they're really funny. And I just think it's...
I'm really personally hate cats. But okay.
What's that?
Do you like cats?
I do. I have two. So
You have two
But
cats?
yeah,
Okay, this is gone
they're
horribly
sisters.
wrong.
They're sisters, and
Okay.
my dog loves them dearly. He feels like he's their mom, and they destroy beauty. Anything beautiful brought into the house, they destroy it.
Anything of value, inherently.
Yeah, value, beauty, fragility.
I concur, along with my health.
They're the Joker. They're like the Joker. They're just cute.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. I completely agree. Okay. I like this one too. Michelle the Stan asks, David, what little detail were you most excited to see fans notice? And there's another question that I can tie in with this. Were there any little Easter eggs that we haven't noticed?
Boy, it's hard to say that there's anything that's gone unnoticed in this show because the fan base for this show is so gracious and attentive. And I think it's very rare to have like every department that works on the show, something that they did got called out in a positive way. Everything, stuff that you think like, oh, no one's gonna notice that. That's a little joke for me. No one's gonna notice that.
Yeah.
It's hard to go, like, I could answer this like that when the season first came out. Having gone through a second season and like it had some time away from it, it's hard to remember. What was the question? Like, what's the specific thing that's
what little detail were you most excited to see fans notice?
Oh man, I had an answer to that. I did. It's gone. I think I talked about it in some interview after it, but the thing that I love, no, I do know. There's little costume things that they notice, and they notice when like Blackbeard wears purple, and it's just one of those things where I wanted Blackbeard to start wearing purple as he was falling in love and as he was opening up, and it's one of those things that you're like, no one's gonna notice that. That's for us. And it's for Taika, and it's for Reese, and it's for whatever actor. And then to see people notice it like that and celebrate it, and then there's beautiful art around it that inspires you to do cool stuff in a second season, that's absolutely incredible and humbling, and I think it never happens.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Let me see. Maybe this is similar. If you think this is too similar, just smack me down. Smack me down, David.
No, I'd never smack you. You're much bigger than me.
I'm right. Mariah UK. Mariah UK? I don't know. David, is there anything from season 1 that the fandom has embraced or focused on that has surprised you? Similar? A moment, a scene, or a particular line that you've noticed everyone loves and you did not expect them to? Or similar?
I think the reaction to Izzy is interesting to me because I have a very specific take on. I love Izzy. I think he's amazing. I think dialing in on like whether he's straight or in the closet and hates himself, or if he's out and hates himself, or whatever the relationship is with Blackbeard, and it is a very dark relationship. But I just love Khan. I think he's he's amazing, and I love him in that part. And I feel like it's been fun and interesting to see people process him in that part and what he brought to it. And surprising.
Just on that subject, what's been interesting for me is, and other things I've done, which I'll not mention, but I always talk about, I can maybe see other people playing a different take on a role, or like someone else. I can't see anybody else playing anybody in this show. I can't see anybody else.
No.
I've never thought that way.
No, it's just why. It's why I annoy the writer's room with impressions, because it's how it's a little bit like an HTML test. Like you can preview HTML to see if you coded it right. If I can read the line in a terrible impression and it sounds good, then hopefully by the time it gets to you guys, it will feel like it's specific to each of you, and it's not shooting out a bunch of jokes that we think are funny, but it's a character comedy, and everything that you guys bring to it make the show what it is and bring the writing to life. So no one's interchangeable in the show. Absolutely.
I also will say that this, without saying anything at all about season 2, just a difference in writing I noticed was for my own lines. It definitely felt more like me saying them. I didn't have to really, it was written for me more.
I think that's right. I mean, we learned.
Probably the same for everybody.
We learned who you were. Like actually, my favorite thing of yours of many things in the first season, I love the little runner of you and Joel you and Frenchie getting the room. Becoming room people. Yeah. It's just sweet, and you guys are just lovely together, and just writing that was written on set, and that was like, I mean, you got to scramble, got to. We were like, oh man, this episode needs a C story. So I think we were writing that while we were shooting, like probably like episode 4 or something, and we were. It was fun. I got to spend time with you. Got to spend time with Joel, and that's one of those things that when you're in production and you see people, it's just invigorating, and you get more accurate.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. So, okay. I'm sorry, Rumham asks, were there any season 1 scenes that required a lot of reshoots, or were just difficult to film in general?
We maybe played around a little bit with the pilot, just because it's hard. I don't even know why it's called pilot, because it wasn't a pilot. We were picked up to series that should be called Stede Bonnet. But I think that dialing in when you're first there and everyone's new, and I think the first thing we shot was Stede coming down the stairs and doing his,
all right, everybody, we're going to do some of us are going to be mentally devastated by what we've.
Yeah, and that's pretty good.
Oh, thanks. I'll do serviceable, Reese.
And I think that seeing the group side of it, we kept his side of it, and then we reshot all of you guys listening to him.
That's right.
And I actually think it was that was the last thing we shot, is the reshoot of all of you guys listening to your side of his speech. Mm-hmm. It was the first thing we shot, and the last thing we shot, it was a reshoot. And I have to say, I'd love to do that on every season of television. In the first season, to go back and reshoot the scene from the first episode at the end of the season when everyone's dialed in and they know their characters,
Yeah.
That's an amazing gift that they let us do that.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was very different. Definitely felt very different on the last day than it did on the first day.
Yeah, totally. And then it's kind of like sentimental because you're like, oh, I remember how nervous we all were on the first day, and everyone's nervous. Taika's nervous,
Yeah.
I'm nervous, you're nervous, everybody's nervous. It's the first day of school. And then we have
Yeah.
a pirate ship. And it's like,
That's
what?
true.
It's an actual pirate ship. And
Yeah,
then
you don't have to have a frame of reference for that in your everyday life
just
to be ready for that.
like Taika was saying to me, he's like, oh man, I'm not used to having like a set. Like Marvel, I guess things are green screen.
Ah, yeah.
And he, like, I think he said this is the biggest set he's been. Which,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so even he was like, you know, it's just neat to be on a show where it's like, oh man, we're not going to shoot a show in like a law firm set.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, an office set. Like we go to shoot a show on a pirate ship.
I know. Oh, that's pretty lucky.
It doesn't get better than that.
Well, it's almost like a cast member, I think, that boat.
Oh my god! I mean, Rob Vincent, who designed it, is absolutely incredible. He's the best, and I'm in awe of him. He's my hero. I'm absolutely in awe of him, and he's just a lovely guy.
So many great people. There's so many great people working behind the scenes.
Every head of department, incredible.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
Confused Magpie, number 6, not 5 or 4, number 6. David, which character on the Revenge do you most identify with?
Ooh. I don't know. It depends on the episode. Sometimes Steed, sometimes Blackbeard, sometimes Izzy, sometimes every one of you, because it is like.
Well, it's parts of you, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. If you feel something for each of the characters, you feel something because they're going through something you've gone through.
Yeah.
So it is like, maybe it's because I have an acting background, but I feel like I get to play all of the characters when we're writing. I get to play all of them. And then when I give it to you guys, it feels great, but it's also like, oh, I was playing that part. So you are all Jim sometimes, like all of you.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. Let me see. So many questions. Okay, this is from Teach Bonnets. Teach Bonnets. Any advice for someone that dreams about writing TV shows and telling stories like you do?
Sure. Yeah.
What is it?
Like stuff.
Mm.
Like stuff. Don't be someone that doesn't like stuff.
Mm.
And if you don't like stuff, don't be a dick about it. It's okay to not like stuff. You don't have to like everything. Just like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And zero in on the stuff that you like. If you have a super critical voice, which we all do, I do. I went to battle with that effort for years. It will turn on you, and you will, the same way you tear apart a TV show you don't like, that voice will tear apart your own work. So like stuff. And if you don't like something, which is fine, I don't like stuff all the time, find something in there that you did like. That's the most important thing, and that's how you keep your heart and your soul alive. And once you can't do that, you got to take a break, go eat a sandwich, do something else, play a video game, kiss your cat.
Go to the hospital afterwards.
Maybe if it's that sounds like general vague advice. It's incredible advice.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's very similar to creating music. I mean, you celebrate the music you love and your influences. You don't sit and go, "Oh, I hated this band," so you don't focus in on that. You sort of and go and listen to new stuff. Don't like if you're ever stuck go and listen to some new music.
Yeah,
Get inspired again.
I think that's right. Another thing I'd say is like things that you love, go read the scripts. Because there won't be many things that you love, but if you love it, go read the script.
Yeah.
That helps. And then you can kind of figure out like, oh, okay, this is what that script does. It's interesting. Okay.
Mm. That's really good advice. A lot of people are loving it. So
Another thing I'd say too, and this is the last thing I'll say, is it's okay to impersonate the style of someone you love, an artist that you love. It's okay. Like you'll have your own voice. By the time it comes out of you, it's going to sound like its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But a thing I've noticed is your heroes, if you're kind of really into their work, will end up probably liking your work because it's familiar to them. It's inspired by their voice. There's something to that. And it sounds like, oh, I'm saying like people are narcissists or something, and that's not it. It's just like we gravitate towards our own tribe. And if something you learn from watching your stuff, you kind of know, they know how your brain works, you know how their brain works. I mean, it's very easy to write, produce something with Taika in it because I love his work.
Yeah.
And I think it's very easy for him to be like, oh, okay, this will be safe. This will be good. I can lean back. He's got it. And that's been a really good thing, and it's been something that's helped me in my career.
Brilliant. That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. You made from One Fine May Day, David. You make a cameo appearance in episode 1. How did you end up doing that role in particular, and did you consider taking on a bigger acting role in the series?
I didn't, because the show's big. It's big, and it's got like, we have a giant LED screen, and there's all this stuff happening. And then I was like, I'll just do this. This will be fun. And my buddies were Mike Crane and
We had them last week.
Brian Gaddis, who were, and it's just great. It's fantastic to be able to write roles for your friends, and if they can do it, and especially if they're out there, yeoman actors and incredible actors, and you get to write something for them, and they get to be in it. Like, it happens so rarely that when it does happen, and then it was just kind of nice to be like, oh, I'll do something with them. Like, what an honor to be able to do that. So it was fun. But I will say, when I was doing that, I was just like itchy. It was just like, shit. I have so much other work to do. I remember I have to be here for the whole thing. It's going to take forever to shoot this. And then the set was really hot, and then it smelled like beef jerky.
No shit. It does smell like beef jerky, but that's just us.
Yeah.
The actors.
I was supposed to be in more stuff, but it was just busy. I was kind of like, I think.
Really?
I think it was like, should you be on the boat at this part? I was like, nah, they're not going to notice. They're not going to notice that Captain Shaw or whatever is not in the dinghy.
Wow.
I'll just show up to the later scene.
You guys were awesome. Such nice guys. I didn't know they didn't really know each other that well before. Connor was saying they got to know each other better. And they just absolutely loved that.
Those guys.
Yeah, they're awesome. Connor's amazing.
They're
That's a
both
great guy. Let's see, we're about, I'd say we're 3/4 of the way through. So, David, okay, from Wes Manderson.
Yes. I see what you did. I see what you did.
What?
Wes Manderson. I get it.
I don't. What is it?
It's a Wes Anderson pun.
Oh, sorry. For
David, his name is Wes Manderson. I don't know.
What relatively little is known about the time historical Blackbeard and Gentleman Parrot sailed together. What made you decide to turn it into a story of finding love?
It only seemed like that to me.
Mm.
It seemed like the only plausible explanation for why the best pirate ever would take on this moron who just started. And it was like, you can come up with reasons, I guess, but it's like vague enough. And then like they're sailing together. It's not totally explained. And then he's like captaining his ship. They're together a lot. It just feels like a fling when you're reading it. It's like, I think the only explanation is they were together. And then their actual thing turned into like a bad breakup, where I think Blackbeard ended up stealing his ship and like abandoning his crew. He does basically what he does in the finale. That's where I took it from. And it was like, that's what you do when you're jilted.
Yeah.
That was my initial take on it, reading
Okay.
it. And it was like, also, pirate history, we don't know what happened. It's so whitewashed.
Mm.
And a lot of pirate history was written by colonizers to dress down and explain what pirates, who are pretty much poor people on boats, and they were vets of wars that had PTSD and whatever else, and were abandoned by their country, and were like, well, screw this, I'm gonna go do this. So I think it's fun to be able to do all this different stuff with it, because I think the history is not very accurate. So then it's just like, just have fun with it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. From Taika Brain Rot.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I know that's not as bad as it could be.
It sounds bad. It sounds bad.
It does not. Did you have Taika in mind from the very first moment, and had you ever imagined he'd want to play Blackbeard?
Never imagined he'd do it, but definitely wrote the part in his voice, because it's fun. You don't like Blackbeard when you're writing it. It's like, I'm gonna be Blackbeard, and I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. Then to be like, yeah, and then to be like, no, he's just like, oh yeah, I'm Blackbeard, and it's just low key, like just that voice coming out of that beard and that outfit. And I kind of remember when he stepped on set the first day, and I think he was like, damn, do I have to like do like a grizzly like thing? I was like,
Batman voice.
I was like, don't just do nothing, just do you, because you look up, you can't see you, but you look incredible. And just to have his voice and everything that he brings coming out of that look, and not having to screw with it, is like the secret sauce of the show. And I think the language of how we wrote Blackbeard, who's basically like a Sofia Coppola character in the first season. I mean, he's like lost in translation Blackbeard. He's frustrated with his career. He's
my favorite movie.
Oh, I love that movie. I don't know if I have a favorite movie, but I love it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if people ask me, that's one of my go-tos. I just love that movie.
Is that your favorite?
When people ask, it's probably in the top 5.
It's a beautiful movie.
It's a beautiful movie. Yeah.
It's hard to write depression in a way that's interesting, because depression's not very active.
Also, it reminded me of being away a lot from my loved ones and traveling a lot, and sort of it spoke to me on that level, and people didn't get what you do, don't understand what you're going through, and but it's such an amazing movie. We watch it over and over.
I love it too, because it's like, in writing the part and in building the part, like, it's no accident. It's hard to remember that there was a time when people didn't think Bill Murray could be a dramatic actor. And to see that, to experience it while it was happening in real time, and be like, that's the guy from Saturday Night Live and like Caddyshack. How is he so good? There's something when a comedic actor is in like a dramatic role, when it fits, it makes my heart leap. It's like the best thing, and I can't explain it.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with
that's right.
It's so good.
I think it's just in building Blackbeard, it was like, it's a dramatic part. Steed's essentially a dramatic. I mean, I write stuff that I'd like to play like the drama of it, and then they're doing stupid things, but you play it pretty straight. I think like writing that Blackbeard was very much like Bill Murray and Lost in Translation, and then just putting that through Taika and having him start from this place where he's burnt out and he's seen all this stuff, and then he meets this idiot. And there's something very attractive about amateur status, that you have to protect your amateur status no matter how well it goes for you, because there will be a point where you're burnt out. Yeah. And you forget why you're doing it. And then you look to some weird motherfucker who's doing it in their own way and is not tied down and bogged down with all these, you know, years and thoughts and people telling you you can't do X, Y, and Z, and they're just doing something weird. That's what I love about the Steve Blackbeard relationship. He's like, oh, this guy's just weird. Yeah. I love it.
It's an amazing dynamic.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it is very sweet. I mean, I didn't, honestly, it came across sweeter to me when I watched it on TV than I did on, obviously it's with the music and everything, and all, it's so beautiful.
Is it, what were you thinking when you were shooting it? Were you
these guys? No.
I'm sure the whole time I feel like everybody's like,
well, I mean, I wasn't there for all the romantic, I wasn't hiding in a cupboard.
Yeah.
You know, and the romantic bits, I didn't get to see those. So, but yeah, they're just the dynamic between them, even as actors, is very good. It's an unusual dynamic.
It is interesting just to see the joy of it. Is like people don't realize, and even I don't realize, and I've made these before, where you're like, oh, no one knows what this is when you're shooting it. Yeah. And then you guys show up, put on wigs, relocate to a different country. And then you don't, no one knows what the tone of the show is until it's like out and cut together, and we're learning in real time with the audience, like, does the show work or not?
That is actually really true, because we did not know what the flavor of the show at all. We just did what we did.
God bless you, man. I feel for all of you, because you just bring everything and you just trust. And for all you know, it could be just terrible.
And we knew it wasn't going to be terrible. We all knew that. I mean, it was well
I didn't. I didn't.
And that was, you're you.
I didn't. I mean, if you're doing something interesting, you should feel a little bit like, oh, shit, we might stink to join up.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so different. There's no, you have no precedence.
I think that's right. I think the thing I will say is seeing everybody gel. And there's like, this sounds so like Ouija woo. There's vibes when it's working and a scene is working. You can feel it. The crew gets excited. The director gets excited. The actors are excited. Everybody, like, their posture straightens. You know, it's just, they're watching it and you're just fully like, and it was that way watching you all together, where it was like, oh, this will work. This will work.
Yeah. Okay. A Purple Patch asks, if you could cast anyone alive or not in Our Flag Means Death who hasn't been in the show so far, who would it be, and what would you make them do?
Ooh, boy. I mean, there's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. I'd love to get Javier Bardem, just because I love him. I'd love to get Russell Crowe, because I think it'd be fun to have Master and Commander in the show. Pedro Pascal was my favorite, and somebody that I was very much thinking of when I was writing Blackbeard. I think he would have been an amazing Blackbeard. I think Taika is the archetypical, fantastic Blackbeard, but I think Pedro Pascal, I mean, obviously, everyone's having a love fest for him right now, but they should.
Everyone loves Pedro. I mean, everything he does is amazing. Yeah.
He's incredible.
And a great guy, also.
Yeah, so, that's what I've heard, too. Yeah.
Oh, he's great. He's so nice. So nice.
It's nice when people are nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It makes a big difference, actually.
It's a relief. It's like, oh, nice people can do well.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, sometimes nice people do well. Sometimes they're destroyed. No, be nice. Try to be nice.
Yeah. I'm asking this question because I want to ask it. Because it's ridiculous. And I love it. From Ethel Faye. What was the process of casting Carl? Like, and I'm making this part up. Were the other seagulls who didn't make it disappointed?
Yeah.
I put the last bit in.
We read a lot of seagulls for that part, kid. We read
What
a lot
happened
of
to
seagulls for that part. We called in every seagull on both coasts, and we put them through their paces. There's apparently like bird wranglers.
Yeah, they are.
And then it was kind of like thinking like, oh, all right, well, in writing it, we put in little punctuations where he'd be like, caw, caw. And then we had him speaking and doing subtitles. And then we learned very early on that the wrangler was like, oh no, seagulls don't talk on command.
They don't talk.
No, they just go like this. That's it.
Yeah, they're very docile birds.
Our Jonathan Seagull, Jonathan and Steven Seagull were our two gulls.
David Seagull, I mean, seriously.
They're consummate professionals.
They really are. In another show, in another life, I had to work with ravens. Ravens are not nice birds to work with.
Scary?
Yeah, I love them. Obviously, being a middle-aged goth, I was like, "Oh my god, it's ravens! It's the crow! I'm gonna steal one. I'm gonna wear like a leather trench coat and walk down the street." No.
They've got giant beaks.
Yeah, the wrangler said, "If they look at you, don't make eye contact. Look away quickly. If one's filming, there was like 40 of them in this room.
No.
Well, if one lands on you, just sit still like a rock. Close your eyes because it will go for your eyes.
Oh no!
And don't panic." So of course, the first take, one landed on my head.
Oh no!
And my first reaction, and staying calm, was to put my arms in there and scream and bat it off.
People don't realize that too, where it's just like you're just a human body on set, and you've been given this bird that you don't know what it's gonna do, and like people are like, "Oh, it'll be fine. I remember Ewan is like the consummate professional and lovely, and also has been around and knows what can happen on a set.
Yeah.
So when we put him,
I love them. I love birds, but I want to keep both eyes. I don't want to be that method. I want to turn up for season 3 with one eye.
Yeah, well, so we put the bird with Ewan, and Ewan was very, he held the bird on his arm, and he was very,
Yeah.
It's like, can we put it on your shoulder? He's like, no, I'm afraid of it getting my eye. I was like, you're right. You are right. You're not wrong.
No.
So what if we put it on your head at one point? But you really have to like play it out and just see, geez, what is this animal gonna do? And then I hope this actor feels safe. And so you.
It's hard to act when you're fearing for your body parts.
No, totally. And then it would be one of those things where something happened to you on set, and everyone would feel bad, but you're still the dumb bastard that got your eye pecked out. On a TV show.
You let it happen.
Yeah.
I was in character, man.
Yeah.
There's a question for both of us here. For me, any UK con news, man, I can't. It's from my mental shelf. I can't announce it yet, but there is going to be one. I can't announce it yet. It's in a major city. I'm sure you can imagine that it's the very first one you'll probably think of, but I can't say it.
Say
but that's it. That's all I can say.
What is it?
I can't say it.
Say it.
No, but the next part of the question is, David, will you be attending any cons? Yes, segue. Will you be attending any cons?
I don't know.
You would love it.
Pass.
No, you would love it. You would love
Pass.
it.
I'm changing the subject too. Pass.
Well, did you see the videos of ACCC?
So it's like, again, it makes my heart leap. I love it.
Did you see how many people were in those rooms?
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I show it to people in my life, and they're like, "No way, what for the pirate show?
Yeah,
Wow,
it's huge.
it's
Like all the
crazy."
people dressed up. I mean, it's just incredible.
It's an honor. It's an honor. I mean, it never
That's why you
happens,
should
and you
go.
can't assume that it will ever happen again. And the fact that it's happening and it has this life, it's one of the honors of my life. That's absolutely incredible.
Okay. Okay, I've got one more question.
Yes.
Well, this one, this is a good one.
Get a good one, man. Don't get a
Yeah,
weird,
that's a very different one.
meaty one in here.
Okay.
Hey, what was
All
that
the
project
things-
you were talking about?
But I don't know what I put you under pressure here. I put you under pressure. No, this is the other way around. I like this dynamic. So, which sin makes you emotional the most? And when you said what makes you, what has made you cry? What's your most emotional sin to watch?
Oh, the last 3 episodes really, like Gina Sansone edited 8 and 9, and they're just beautiful, and I think the Blackbeard being left by Steed is it's like
Sad.
I cry at
Been
the
there.
point. What?
I've been there.
Yeah, we all have. Who hasn't been
Yeah.
did dirty? We've all been there, man. Yeah, too good
Yeah,
to
I
get
know,
dumped.
that's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard. I think it's all totally relatable.
Even Blackbeard can get dumped. You can go eat an edible. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said inevitable. I think I the montage, the thing of Mary explaining what love is to Steve,
Oh yeah.
and him realizing as she's saying it that what he's feeling is love.
Yeah. I know
Is-
it's so nice.
Oh, I love that.
It caught me by surprise tonight. I was like, oh,
It's
right, well, that,
it's rare. It's rare. I very rarely do I love the taste of my own cooking, but when something clicks like that,
yeah.
it's like that's the heart, that's the reason to make the show, and then it works. Even to get that bite, even if everything else sucked, and it doesn't, but if it did, to have one moment come together like that is just feels, it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. Well done. You've created a beautiful thing.
No,
So thank you.
you too.
Thank you.
I catch you.
Yeah, man. And you're really good at being. Like, you're not an oppressive presence on set, but you're there when you need to be. And like, there's been times I've had to have a talk about stuff, and you're good at set. Someone's having a shit day. Like, it's definitely been times you pick me up. So yeah. So thank you for that.
Oh man, that makes me
Yeah.
feel good. I'm glad you feel that way.
No, it's I mean, not all sure winners are like that.
Well, it's hard. It's a hard job, and everybody reacts differently to it, and every situation is different, and you just don't want to fail your actors, and you don't want to fail.
You certainly have not. So, yeah. So this is the last. This is the last of We John Wednesdays, which might be what's called. Some people have said, "Will I keep doing them?" And the answer is, "Fuck no."
It's hard. It's hard. You put a lot of energy.
That was you guys know. As the minute I hang up this call, I go to the studio, and I'll sit there till 4 a.m. making music in a studio 20 miles from here. I do it every Wednesday. So it's quite a long night, all in all. But I will do them occasionally. And obviously, when season 2 comes out, we'll have a look at what happens. Everybody's asking for dates. We don't know the dates, guys.
Well, everybody dies in the first episode, so
That's
we
right,
started
I
over with the
know.
new cast. I wasn't supposed to spoil it.
One episode.
Episode 1.
Anybody? We're still live, Dave. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Whatever. I'm over it.
And the only last thing I have to say is, I got an email from my manager the other day. A group of fans, this is completely unbeknownst to me, as a thank you, have offered to donate some money to a charity of my choice to thank me for doing this, which I'm totally, it's not necessary, but as it's for charity, I'm completely blown away. So thank you guys. I mean, that means so much. I mean, you guys are the best literally the best fandom in the world. You've all made friends with each other. You've made a community.
Agree.
Um,
Agree.
so we are very grateful.
There
I
are
was very
very
grateful.
few dicks. There are very few dicks in the fandom. I have to say, in my
I
experience,
know. That's so
people are
rare.
uniformly nice.
Yeah. So, and the charity I'm going to give it to you is a Belfast charity called Haven. They're an outreach charity for homeless people, and they do hot meals and they look after them when they find them in the street and stuff. So, that's who I'm going to give it to. So, thank you very much for doing that, David. This has definitely been my favorite so far.
You're just
Yeah, I totally am just saying that. No, it's been awesome. You've been the climax I've been waiting for.
oh, woo. All right. That's all I wanted to hear, baby.
Yeah,
I wanted to hear, handsome. It's good for me.
What's going on there? What's going on? All right. Thank you so much, David.
All right.
I'm sure I'll talk to you very soon.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. I will talk to you very soon also. Take care. Thanks for watching.
All right. Love you all.
Take care. Bye-bye.